The wind whispers secrets in Blood Valley. It carries the tales of vanished settlements and forgotten souls, a place where shadows linger and the earth remembers. Some say the valley is cursed, others believe it's haunted. Generations have passed down the stories. Each tale speaks of sudden disappearances, of whispers in the dead of night, of a darkness that consumes all who dare to stay too long. But legends are just that, legends, or so they thought. The wind whispers still, its mournful song echoing through the valley, a harbinger of things to come. For some stories, no matter how old, refuse to stay buried. 4 friends, young and invincible, laughed at the legends. They scoffed at the stories their grandparents told. They were drawn to Blood Valley, seeking adventure, seeking to conquer their fears.
Just old wives' tales. We'll have a great time, you'll see.
His confidence was infectious.
Ghosts and curses, please, show me some real danger.
David, the quiet observer, simply nodded, a hint of unease in his eyes.
It'll be an adventure. We'll disprove the legends once and for all.
They sealed their pact with a laugh, their youthful exuberance echoing in the warm summer air. They were ready to face the unknown. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of blood, orange and bruised purple. The valley, once bathed in sunshine, grew darker, more ominous. As they set up camp, a strange stillness settled over them. The air, thick with the smell of pine and damp earth, turned cold. Whispers of wind rustled the leaves, sounding like hushed warnings.
Getting cold, isn't it?
He remarked, his voice tight.
Don't be such a scaredy cat.
Mark laughed, but his laughter lacked its usual confidence. He glanced around, a flicker of doubt crossing his face. The shadows seemed to be stretching, reaching out towards them like grasping claws. The valley was changing, revealing its true nature as darkness fell. The legends were beginning to feel very real. Night fell like a shroud. The campfire crackled, casting flickering shadows that danced and twisted. The silence was broken only by the chirping of crickets and the occasional hoot of an owl. Then came the sounds. At first, they were faint, distant, a low growl that seemed to emanate from the depths of the forest, a twig snapping under an unseen foot.
Just a fox?
She said, her voice trembling slightly. But the sounds grew louder, closer. Unearthly screeches pierced the night, sending chills down their spines. Something was out there, moving through the darkness, watching them. Panic began to set in.
What was that?
Emily whispered, her eyes wide with terror. The laughter was gone, replaced by a primal fear that tightened their throats and made their hearts pound in their chests. The valley was alive with unseen eyes. The first rays of dawn painted the sky a pale grey, revealing the horror of the night. Mark was gone. His sleeping bag lay empty, his belongings untouched.
Mark, where are you?
Silence met his cries. The only response was the mournful sigh of the wind. Panic surged through them. They searched frantically, their calls growing more desperate with each passing moment.
We have to find him, Peter. He can't be far.
Then they found Sarah, or rather what was left of her. Her mangled body lay crumpled near the edge of the woods, her eyes staring vacantly at the unforgiving sky.
Oh my God, Sarah!
A collective gasp escaped their lips, followed by the gut-wrenching sound of Emily's screams. The legends were true. The valley had claimed its victims.
2 remained, David and Emily, huddled together in the cold light of day, united by terror. The weight of their friend's absence pressed down on them, suffocating them. They were alone, hunted, in a place where nightmares were real.
We have to leave, David whispered, his voice shaking. We have to get out of here now. Emily nodded, tears streaming down her face. But the valley had them trapped. Their car, parked a mile down the dirt road, seemed a lifetime away.
Every rustle of leaves, every creak of a branch sent shivers down their spines. The whispers in the wind seemed to taunt them, to mock their fear.
"We're next," Emily sobbed, burying her face in her hands. David held her close, his own heart pounding against his ribs. "We'll be okay," he lied, hoping against hope that his words held some truth. But the darkness was closing in, and the whispers were getting louder.
They stumbled upon it as dusk approached, a dilapidated cabin half hidden amongst the trees. Its windows were boarded up, its door hanging precariously from one hinge. It was a far cry from safety, but it offered a sliver of hope in the encroaching darkness. David pried open the door, the hinges groaning in protest. The air inside was stale, thick with the smell of decay and something else. Something unsettling. He pulled Emily inside, barricading the door with whatever they could find, a rotting table, a rusted shovel, their own trembling bodies. The cabin was small, just one room with a dirt floor and a fireplace that had long since gone cold. Cobwebs hung from every corner and dust covered every surface. It was a place forgotten by time, a sanctuary for spiders and shadows, but for now it was all they had. Nightfall. The silence inside the cabin was deafening. Every creak of the floorboards, every whisper of wind against the boarded-up windows sent their hearts racing. They huddled together, their eyes wide with fear, listening for any sign of the horrors that lurked outside. Hours crawled by. The fire they'd managed to start sputtered and hissed, casting flickering shadows that danced on the walls. They didn't speak, didn't dare to break the silence. The weight of their situation, the loss of their friends, pressed down on them, heavy and suffocating. Then David noticed it. Etched into the wooden floorboards, scratched with what looked like a nail or a sharp piece of rock, was a single word: stay. A chill ran down his spine. Was it a warning or a command? He didn't know, but one thing was clear: they were not alone. The rescuers found the cabin empty. The remnants of a hastily built barricade spoke of fear and desperation. Inside, the ashes of a dead fire lay cold. The word "stay" was still etched into the floorboards, a silent testament to the horror that had unfolded within those walls.
No trace of David or Emily was ever found. They vanished without a trace, swallowed by the valley's legend. Blood Valley remained, a silent sentinel shrouded in mist and mystery, a place where the wind whispers secrets and the shadows hold their breath.
Some say that on quiet nights when the moon is full and the wind is right, you can still hear them. Faint whispers carried on the breeze, echoing through the trees. Pleas for help that go unanswered. Reminders that some legends are best left undisturbed. For Blood Valley always claims its due, and the wind whispers, stay.